Hello and welcome in for another edition of Talking Rasslin with Pondwater and Amy. I'm Pondwater Dave. Joined with me as always is the First Lady of the Arn Anderson Fan Club, Miss Amy Vaughn.
Hello, hello. How's it been?
Pretty good, Amy. I can't complain.
How
Got
was
the
this
batteries
weekend?
recharged?
Oh, you did? What happened?
Well, no, it's just, it was a long week. Girls softball and work and wrestling, and we were.
Did you ref this weekend?
Oh yeah, I was at SWA. Hell of a card.
Tell us about it. Can you tell us about it?
I want to touch on a couple of things. The rights.
Okay. Yeah. Yes.
Sammy's hurt, so Alex has stepped in for Sammy, and SWA. I'm going to produce on the air. Hang on a second.
Okay. Hi, Willie.
Dang, my drink cooler's just too loud.
I was going to say you forgot to. I need to try to remember to remind you.
Yeah. Just remind me to plug it back in, or I won't have anything cold in the morning.
Okay.
And I've been reunited. I've been reunited with Rosa.
Really?
I haven't had Rosa in a while.
Just because you couldn't find it, or you were trying to do something different?
In the area. And it got to where I kept canceling the orders on Amazon. But we found it again.
Really? So out in the wild? You found it out in the wild?
No, I found it on Amazon.
Oh, okay. So wonder if there was some kind of weird backup on that. Oh, well, good. I'm glad.
Well, anyway, SWA was in Moselle, Mississippi, and SWA did not strip the rights of the tag team titles.
Okay, well,
but Leo vacated them out of respect to Sammy.
Okay.
So the winner of the match between
the
Frost Boys and the Riots were going to be the tag team champions.
Oh, okay. That's good.
And Mikey, and there was just lots of outside interference. And I was just fixing to call for DQ. And Leo convinced me not to.
So
he's like, man, just let it go. It's not that big a deal. We want to beat them.
Sure.
We don't want it that way. I know. Well, I caught him again, and I threw Mikey out. So, I mean, I understand that they didn't want to win it that way. So I kept like, but I threw them out. I mean, I was tired of the outside interference.
Exactly. Now let me ask you this: since the belts were up for grabs, basically, if you would have DQ'd them, would the Riots have won the titles? Or would they maybe have probably done something different, like, they want a winner, I'm sure.
Well, a title can't change on a DQ, but if you get DQ'd, I'm going to say that I would have gave the title to the Riots because they won the match.
Because of the way the
match that we had to crown tag champions. So
yeah, that makes sense. I mean, in this particular case, but interesting.
But anyway, I did something that I've never done before in a match, and all hell was breaking loose. I couldn't keep. I mean, it turned into like a Texas tornado affair. But at one point, both legal men rolled up the illegal men. And I jumped down and I used both hands. 1, 2, 3. And it was a draw.
So you counted both teams.
I've counted both teams.
Man, that was some good ambidextrous having.
Well,
to do
I
that.
mean, I just saw it and I was like, well, hell, I can't.
Right.
I mean, this thing's broken down. I can't keep all 4 of them out of the ring. So I just counted. Now, if one of them would have kicked, I would have gone with the winner.
Well, yeah.
But they had them, and they were pinned, and I called it a draw, and now the tag titles will be decided at West Jones in 2 weeks on the 22nd.
Interesting. Did they have any stipulations to that yet?
Yes. The winner will be the tag champions, and the loser will not be allowed to team for 90 days.
Oh, okay.
This is going to be the end of the. This is going to be this feud's going away. This is it.
Okay. Okay. Now, where did you say this was going to take place?
West Jones High School,
Mississippi, right? All these are in Mississippi.
Yeah, in Jones County, down in Jones County, down close to between Laurel and Hattiesburg, not quite to Hattiesburg.
Okay.
South Mississippi.
South
and
Mississippi.
And then Barry Wolf and Lou Cameron. You know, Lou's the champion after Hunter Rhodes had to vacate. He's just been bodying people left and right. And this thing quickly got outside the ring. They wouldn't get back in. I counted them out, and they fought all over the building to the top of the bleachers.
Oh no!
It was like a little patio area, and at one point, Lou almost threw Barry off of it.
Oh my Lord!
But he ended up getting Barry and throwing him down. I mean, before we got up there, he'd already bodied the ring crew trying to break them up.
Oh my goodness!
But he threw Barry downstairs, and the locker room emptied. And I mean, this thing was, it was a pull apart. It was you couldn't keep these guys contained. And I mean, Haas tried to calm. Haas is the boss. He tried to,
right. Yeah.
He tried to calm Lou down. Lou shoved him, and he went down a couple of steps himself. So,
oh no. And again, his name is Haas for a reason. He's a big dude.
Yeah, Lou is not to be messed with, but Barry Wolf's no pushover. So it's South at West Jones. It's going to be the Stampede, and they're going to be in a bunkhouse Stampede match, and it's no holds barred, and they're going to be in a last man standing match. Excuse me.
Oh my gosh, are you reffing this show?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You better.
Hey, whenever Lou, he big, but I'm fast.
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying that's gonna be.
I don't get within arm's reach of him when he's lost his mind. I've seen what he can do.
Yeah,
he's powerful. Crazy. I don't want none.
I don't blame you for that. Yeah, no, you shouldn't want any. Like that's dangerous.
Yeah, I mean some guys. Well, I mean it could happen anytime I try to keep break people up, but.
Well, sure.
Because I'm a referee and they should respect the stripes. But when tempers are flaring, and
right. No, that makes sense when it's, like you said, whenever it gets tempers flaring, people are just not hitting the hit, but it could definitely be bad. So
yeah,
you be careful out there.
So we got a hell of a card shaping up for West Jones, and it's always a great show there. Always a big event. Steve Starr is going to be on there at 60 years old, making his return to the ring. He's in phenomenal shape. He wants one last run, and he's convinced them to give him a match, and he's going to go against Mikey from DFB. And we'll have Steve Starr. Steve's going to be on the show next week to come talk. He's going to join us briefly, talk about his match.
Oh, good. Because I want to.
And we'll preview the whole card because it's going to be a banger.
Awesome. Hey, Ben Jones. Good day.
There's Ben Jones and Willie Thornbrew's here.
I did say hi to Willie earlier when you were producing. I ran and said hello to him.
Before we go any further, let's talk about. We lost a great one. We weren't here last week. Dory Funk Jr., born February 3rd, 1941, passed the 4th of August, 2026. 84 years old. I mean, he had a hell of a life.
No kidding. Tory, you know, they had the longevity. Terry Funk too. You know, I mean, considering what they did for a living, you know, to live in your late 80s, that's probably pretty good.
Yeah, you know, he won the NWA Championship in February the. I didn't write the date down. It's early February 1989. I mean, 1969.
Okay.
In 27 minutes at the Fort Homer Historical Armory in Tampa, Florida.
Okay. Is that his first title? Is that what you're saying? Is that his first one?
He beat Gene Kiniski and went on a 4-year run as champion.
Oh,
the second longest championship reign in NWA history, second only to Lou Thesz. So I saw him wrestle in person in 2005 at Wrestle Reunion. Him and Terry took on America's Most Wanted for the NWA Tag Team Championships.
Really? And
those old men gave them boys all they could handle. And I don't know if you might have been around when I talked to I talked to Chris Harris about it when we saw him in Nashville.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I heard you talking to him about that.
I mean,
that's really cool. Now, didn't Dory Funk? He had a match like within the last 3 or 4 years.
He did a death match 2 years ago in Japan.
That's what I was thinking.
Exploding death match.
That's what I was thinking, that he had a match not too long ago.
Yeah.
2 years ago, which is crazy.
He just loves it so much. And he contributed so much. I mean, I don't know. I mean, us old guys will remember him for being a great wrestler, but a lot of people will give him credit for being a great trainer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. David Von Erich was attached to him in Florida in '82 when David went to go do his heel run.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Dory defeated the Briscoes for the tag team titles. And we've talked about that finish where David put his foot through the rope and gave Dory some leverage when he double-legged Gerald.
Yes, yes.
You know, and then of course he made David a good guy before he left Florida. So, but I didn't realize it until he passed, and I'd forgotten that him and Terry wrestled on WrestleMania 2. And he was going by Hoss Funk.
Okay. Which place were they at? Were they LA, Chicago, or New York? Where were they?
I don't remember. I didn't dig into it. I just I forgot they were on that card.
Yeah, me too. I would not have thought that. Okay.
But I do a little thing every now and then on Mark Out Moments called That Boy Was Busy.
Yep.
And I thought it'd be fun to real quick run down one of Dory Funk's months real quick.
Sure. Oh, that'd be cool.
That boy was busy making towns. That boy was busy throwing down. That boy was busy. He got around.
All right.
I liked your theme song. That was
Thank you.
I like that.
Do you remember September? We're going to do September 1969.
I do not remember that.
I don't either. I was only 3.
Oh, okay.
But on the first day of September for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, Dory Funk Jr. defeated Lars Anderson at the Memorial Auditorium in Greenville, South Carolina.
So he was the champion, right? At this time, you said.
Won the championship back in February.
Okay, so he's the champion.
So then on the second, in the best of 2 out of 3 falls, Dory defeated Lars Anderson in the Dorton Arena in Raleigh, North Carolina. On the 4th, they're at the Memorial Coliseum in Winston-Salem as Dory defeats Rip Hawk 2-1.
Okay.
And then he heads out to California on the 5th.
My gosh.
Best 2 out of 3 falls against Buddy Austin by referee's decision, 2-1. This was at the NWA Hollywood event in the Olympic Auditorium in Los Angeles.
Oh, cool.
And then on the 8th, for the NWA Big Time Wrestling, the Northside Coliseum in Fort Worth, Texas. For the NWA World Championship, he went to a 1-hour time limit draw with Johnny Valentine.
And Labor Day is probably in there somewhere, so that might be why he had a day or two off between the 5th and the 8th.
But he went from North Carolina to Los Angeles.
Yeah, no kidding.
In a day.
Woo!
And then
after wrestling.
Then 3 days later, he's in Fort Worth, Texas. On the 9th, he's at the Sportatorium.
You're stomping ground.
Where he goes 2 out of 3 falls with Wahoo McDaniel, and they do a time limit draw. There were no falls. It was a time limit draw with Wahoo.
Wow, no falls.
On the 12th, we're at the Municipal Auditorium in Atlanta, GA. The NWA Georgia Tag Team titles, the Assassins number 1 and 2 versus the Funks, Dory and Jr. and Dory Sr.
Okay.
Goes to a double disqualification. Dory's tag teaming with his daddy in Atlanta. On the 17th, he got a week off, 5 days off at the Municipal Auditorium, Columbus, Georgia. He went to a draw with Joe Scarpa defending the title. And then on the 19th, we're down at Houston at the Sam Houston Coliseum for Paul Bosch. 2 out of 3 falls. He defeats Johnny Valentine. And he doesn't defeat him. It's a draw, 1-1.
Okay.
On the 20th, we're in St. Louis for the TV show at the KPLR Studios, the Chase Park Plaza Hotel. Wrestling at the Chase. Dory Funk Jr. defeats Kenji Kimura. On the 21st for CWF in San Juan, Puerto Rico.
Oh my gosh.
Defending the title, he defeats Hiro Matsuda. You've heard that name before, haven't you, Amy?
Yes. He was he was on Clash of the Champions.
Yeah. He also broke Hulk Hogan's leg when he was training.
Yep.
On the 22nd, the Sports Stadium in Orlando, Florida, Dory Funk defeats Sam Steamboat while defending the NWA title. These are title matches unless I tell you different. On the 23rd of September at the Fort Homer Hesterly Armory in Tampa Bay, where he won the title, he defeats Del Lewis 2-1. On the 24th at the Miami Beach Auditorium in Miami Beach. Oh, man, I touched the mouse. He defeated the Beautiful Brutus 2-1.
Oh.
I don't know who the Beautiful Brutus was.
No kidding.
Wonder if it was young Bugsy McGraw before he was Brute Bernard. I may have to throw that in my Google machine later and see. On the 25th, we're at the Coliseum in Jacksonville, where Dory defeats Hiro Matsuda. Then on the 27th, we're in Winter Haven, Florida. He goes to a draw with Danny Miller. On the 27th, we're back at the Chase Hotel in St. Louis, Missouri for Wrestling at the Chase, where Dory defeats Baron von Heisinger in a non-title affair.
Gosh.
On the 29th at the Municipal Auditorium in Birmingham, Alabama, Dory Funk defeats the Spoiler by disqualification. That's Don Jardine, the original Spoiler. And that wraps up his September.
That's crazy.
Just for a little bonus action, he tag teams with Mil Mascaris the next day in Los Angeles. So he goes from Birmingham it's not the next day. He's the 29th to the 1st. But he goes back to the West Coast, and he actually does 3 matches out on the West Coast. He tag teams with Mil Mascaris against the Invader and the Oregon Lumberjack. He defends the world title against the Oregon Lumberjack. And he also goes 2 out of 3 falls with the Sheik, and they had a draw, 1 fall apiece.
Out there in
California at the Olympic Auditorium in Los Angeles.
Oh, cool.
So that's what Dory Funk was doing in 1969.
No kidding. I was answering I was answering Willie's question. I don't know if he really didn't know or if he was just asking, but Jay, what did I say it was? Joe Scarpa.
I'll be your hero.
Lordy. But Joe Scarpa is Chief Jay Strongbow.
Ah.
Ended up becoming Chief Jay Strongbow.
Ah.
Which I don't know. Like I said, I knew that name, but I could not remember who it was. But yeah, that's who that ended up being. And he asked, that is so awesome. That, I mean, again, I like your little, that boy was busy, because again, I don't think that we always realize exactly what you were saying. House shows were the thing, or those, it wasn't like we had TV and that kind of stuff, broadcasting like we have now. I mean, these guys were everywhere, and just showed, just like you said, Dory Funk Jr. was in, Houston, then St. Louis, then he flew to Puerto Rico, he's in California, I mean,
yeah,
it's just, I mean, all over the place. And he got to wrestle a young Joe Scarpa.
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you, the life of the NWA champion, it was not an easy grind.
No.
Darren Staley wants to know how Mike Hunt fared that night. He went Broadway with IP Freely.
Darren, I hope you're happy.
Oh, wow. Good news. TNA Top 10's back this week, Amy, and they're going to do the worst pickup lines. I bet you they can't do the one I told them. I'm so excited that they're back.
I am too. This will be interesting, the worst pickup line. So please, if you all have some humdingers, you need to send them over to
Do you wash your pants in Windex? Because I can see myself in them.
Oh my gosh. Have you ever said that to someone for reals?
No.
I will say, have you ever used a pickup line, like a cheesy pickup line on?
Oh yeah, and it didn't work.
I was going to say, what?
I said, hey, you want to get married? And she said no, and I said, me either. How about dinner?
And what did she say?
She laughed, and I did not get dinner.
Oh, that. Terry can't put the one that I gave to. Mine is a little off limits too. So anyway,
hey, my cousin Josh is legendary with his.
Oh,
and I can't say it on here.
No.
I mean, I could, and it wouldn't be the worst thing I ever said, but I'm not. I'm just going to tell you that it was disgusting. It was absolutely disgusting. And he said it to a girl that was working the beer trough at a country and western bar.
Oh,
so she looked like a damn goddess.
Oh yeah, and he said something.
Oh, he told her. Yeah, he told her that she was so fine that he would do something disgusting. And I just know that when she had her break, that he had her jacked up against the wall with his tongue down her throat, so it worked.
Oh. What does he look like?
He just come out of the Navy. Josh. Oh, you'd like my cousin Josh.
Interesting.
You look like you got a little redneck in you. No, do you want a little redneck in you?
Oh yes, they're going to be. And you know what? Yes, they're going to.
Oh, I did.
This could be a fun show.
I used one similar to that. Terry, and it didn't work, but it got a chuckle.
Oh, okay. So is that what you're going for? Is like a little chuckle, like just like, hey,
No, we're wanting to get laid, Amy.
Well, I know that, but I'm saying to start the conversation. Like if you get a chuckle,
you need an icebreaker.
You feel like that's an icebreaker. Okay. Oh, Willie, you're funny.
That's funny.
That is funny.
I'm going to put it on the screen. I made a blind lady with a guide dog. I said, now that I bet your dog, you have to come to the house and meet mine. And it said it worked.
Good job, Willie.
Good job. All right, let's keep this thing rolling.
Okay.
Want to do trivia before or after?
We can do it before. It really goes with last week, but yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? So it's not going to spoil nothing is what I'm trying to spit out. Go ahead. Let's do trivia.
Yeah, I've got a hard out at 7:30.
Yes, I know. We're going to 7:20. We're going to go.
It's time for Amy's trivia. Can you hang? How big's your brain? It's time to play.
Hey. All right. So I looked at birthdays, and last week we had a birthday. Wallace Stanfield Lane was born August 5th, 1953. In what state? As you may or may not know, Wallace Stanfield Lane is the famous Stan Lane of Midnight Express and Hollywood Bodies, Heavenly Bodies. But he was born August 5th, 1953. In what state? Was it North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, or Florida?
He was born in the state. He was born in a state of nudity.
He was, like most people, but it's another state. I need a state that is part.
There's no way that guy wasn't born in Florida.
You think?
That's my guess.
All right. Let's
Darren
see.
said Georgia.
And Willie said Florida. All right. What is it?
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
North Kakalaki.
North Carolina.
I was about to give an interesting fact about him, but I'm going to chill because it might be part of the trivia.
About the, it's not, if you're talking about the representative who claims that her daughter is his.
No.
Oh,
that's the guy that got him in the business.
That is part. So you,
okay.
We'll see.
So when you think about it, because this guy was a closer. He came out of a vagina in 1953. And then probably by 1973, he was getting back in on a regular basis.
He's a very handsome man, even now.
Yeah.
Who is credited with being Stan Lane's wrestling trainer?
Woo, I know.
Who trained Stan Lane? Ric Flair, Vern Gagne, Eddie Graham, or Boris Malenko?
That'd be the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
You are correct.
Yeah.
It was the Nature Boy Ric Flair, the one and only person that Ric Flair has ever trained.
Yeah.
Which I thought was a pretty cool fact.
Yeah.
Stan Lane made his wrestling debut in 1978 in what territory? So did he make his debut in Georgia Championship Wrestling, Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling, Continental Wrestling Association, or Championship Wrestling from Florida? Where did he make his debut in 1978?
I'm going to go with Mid-Atlantic because of Rick.
Okay.
Darren's saying Georgia.
Okay. Willie, you gonna guess? Put him on the spot. He's like, what?
All
Continental.
right.
We're all over the place. It was actually
but none of us were right.
That's right. That's hey, he was all over the place. So you just never know, right?
Yeah.
All right, next question. Stan Lane won the AWA Southern Tag Team Championship, 16 times with 3 different partners. Which one from the list below was not one of those tag team partners? So 3 are and 1 is not, right? AWA Southern Tag Team Championships. Did he win it or did he not win it with Steve Keirn, Bobby Eaton, Ron Bass, or Coco Ware?
I'm going to say Bobby Eaton. I don't think he tag teamed with Bobby Eaton until they became the Midnight Express. Oh, wait a minute, though. Bobby Eaton could have been. I'm going to say Ron Bass. I'm going to say Ron Bass because Ron Bass was primarily Florida. I'm going with Ron Bass.
You're going with Ron Bass?
I am.
Is that your guess, Willie? Coco? Well, I will say this, Dave. You should have stuck with Bobby Eaton.
Oh,
because
I talked myself out of that one.
Did, but I just think that's like what an amazing cast of characters. Steve Keirn, Ron Bass, and Coco Ware were all his tag team partners for the AWA Southern Heavyweight. I just think that kind of shows you how good he was because, he could really be partnered with anybody, right?
Yeah.
Fill in the blank. So Stan Lane's career is made up mainly of being one half of 3 different elite tag teams. Can you name them? Which I already said 2 of them.
Yeah, I got them. It was the Midnight Express.
Right.
The Fabulous Ones.
Uh-huh.
And the Heavenly Bodies.
Bing, ding, 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 ding. Very good. Very, very good. Which one of these teams is ranked the highest on the 100 best tag teams of the PWI years? Now, the PWI years, if you remember, is 1979 to 2003. They did this thing because they actually didn't start doing a PWI listing until the 90s. So which one of those teams that you named is ranked the highest?
It's got to be the Midnight Express because the Midnight Express is like top 5 greatest tag team ever.
Darren, what are you babbling?
The Road Warriors.
That's what I'm
Warriors.
saying. Midnight Express.
Yeah, me and Willie know it's the Midnight Express.
It is not the Midnight Express.
Whoa.
It was the Fabulous Ones.
Damn.
They were 28. Midnight Express was number 32. And the Heavenly Bodies was number 42. But, that's, again, look how close. Like, again,
that
Stan
list
Lane was with this great. Sorry. Now,
I get it, but this is a bullshit, bogus list. Get the Midnight Express or 32.
Well, but listen, the Midnight Express of Bobby Eaton and Dennis Condrey are ranked higher. But this with Midnight Express and Stan Lane, they fall at number 32. So this last question is my favorite. After wrestling, what water sport did Stan Lane become the television voice for? Did you know this about him?
I do know this. Oh, what was it? It was
Don't encourage him, Dave.
I can't put that on the screen because Facebook already kicked us off once.
That's right. We don't want to get, we didn't even do nothing. No.
I'm trying to remember.
What water sport did Stan Lane become the television voice for like 20 years?
Well, Willie says it was boat racing. I'll say it was volleyball.
Willie's right. It was speed boat racing. Speed motorboat racing.
Yeah.
For 20 years.
Yeah,
That's
he was
crazy.
motorboating, all right. I should have got that one.
Yeah, you could have you could have used that one. That could have been good. So that's a trivia. You know what? I think, and I already know who I'm going to do trivia on, I think, next week, because I didn't really know a whole lot about Stan Lane. I mean, I've got his autograph. I've got my Heavenly Bodies. I got those both signed. But, you know, like some of those older wrestlers that really, really are fabulous. Paul Orndorff is another example. I don't know. I know you don't watch a whole lot of the Dark Side of the Ring, but they did Paul Orndorff last night on Dark Side of the Ring.
Yeah, I didn't get to see it, but I plan on watching it.
And again, I watched half of it. I fell asleep. I didn't mean to, but I was exhausted. But
we love Paul Orndorff in this house.
Well, that's another character that's like, I didn't know like how he grew up, and you know what I mean, like stuff like that I'd be interested in. So he's one that I definitely want to learn more about and his career. So I think there's lots of wrestlers out there like that we hear their name and stuff, and maybe we saw them growing up, but now is the time to like really kind of dive in and learn a little bit about them. So I thought that's why I picked Stan Lane. Plus it was his birthday, August 5th. So we always want people to have a good birthday and learn a little bit. So I learned a lot.
All right. I remember when I started looking at the wrestling magazines that he was in the Fabulous Ones.
Mm-hmm.
But I never saw him until he was on the SuperStation.
I got you.
All right. We're going to talk about the Clash of the Champions.
So good.
The Clash of the Champions 6. Ragin Cajun from the Superdome. 5,300 people in attendance. Now, I'm going to be honest. When I watched the match, the way they shot it, I couldn't tell the Superdome was empty.
Me neither.
And let me tell you, a lot's made about it now.
Mm-hmm.
But there wasn't, I mean, that might have outdrawn the Crockett Cup in '86.
So what exactly
when you're there,
happened?
when you get to go to the Superdome.
Mm-hmm.
This was April the 2nd, 1989, which was my 23rd birthday, by the way.
Right.
But
it wasn't advertised. I mean, we kind of talked a little bit about it the last time we were here about why this was kind of like you said,
it was more
memorable.
Of a spectacle being in the Superdome.
Uh-huh.
I'll assure you that the people there didn't think anything of it being as empty as it was.
Sure.
Because they were excited to be in the Superdome watching wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
We make a bigger deal about things like that now.
Right.
I tried to search because we'd heard that there was a lot of blowback because it wasn't advertised.
Right.
But this was put on as a direct shot at WrestleMania. It aired free on TBS the same day as WrestleMania 5, trying to hurt the WWF's pay-per-view buy. This was a strategic showing.
Right.
It had a 4.3 rating. That at that time represented 3.9 million homes.
That had TBS, right? Because it says it was on TBS.
Right.
So that means cable. These people had to have cable in 1989.
Right.
Right?
Right. But to do a 4.3, that means it was watched by 3.9 million homes.
Mm-hmm.
And with the way that things were calculated back then, and I'm not saying 10,000 people watched this, but if you went by the Nielsen formula at the time, 10,000 people could have been watching it. But even if it was just one person from each house, there's not a television show on TV right now that wouldn't give their left nut for 3.9 million people watching their show.
Right.
Nobody's hitting that number.
No.
So you know that minimum you got 3.9 million people, but is up to as many as 10 million could have possibly watched this. But it didn't hurt the WWF.
Okay, hold on. Let me ask you a question.
But we'll come back to that.
So you're saying, okay, you said 10,000 earlier. 10,000 people could have been watching.
10 million.
Okay, that's what you meant was million.
Oh, I said thousands. I meant millions.
That's okay. That's why I was a little confused because I was like, then you said, okay. Yeah.
No.
Well, and again, TV, again, for people, which we don't have, everybody's about our same age at this point, but like TBS was not, you didn't have 50,000 channels to pick from. TBS was not showing its own shows necessarily. Like it might have been a few, but it's not like it is now where you have 1,000 things to pick from. And again, this was cable. So people,
I mean,
cable,
a lot of us still had numbers.
Right.
Like we would turn numbers on a cable box.
Exactly.
This was channel 17.
This is like call your friends over. We're watching this. So,
yes.
Like the one kid who had cable, right? Like everybody goes to their house to watch it. So you're right. I mean, it could have been, there's no telling how many people actually were watching. If you think about it like that, how many of us have gone to someone's house who had cable, had a satellite or whatever, because you didn't, to watch something. So, that's crazy.
Well, by 1989, cable was pretty common. Like,
that's probably,
like in 83, I was driving about 30 minutes to a friend's house in another town.
Right.
To watch, watch the SuperStation.
But it was not the norm. No. Cable. You know what I mean? Like I do understand what you're saying about that. And that's true. It was becoming more popular, but it was not the norm. There were plenty of houses that did not have cable.
Right.
Because 3, 6, and 9, right? 3, 6, and 12, that's what it was here. NBC, ABC, and CBS.
Yeah, we had
everything was on those.
We had 4, 5, and 8.
Uh-huh.
We had 4, 5, and 8, and then we had channel 39 on the UHF.
Yeah, our 23 was kind of like our Fox.
Oh, we had 13. Channel 13 was PBS.
Yeah, we did too. Isn't that crazy? And what we have now, 1 trillion. You watch anything anytime you want to.
And then channel 11 was our SuperStation.
Oh, okay.
But then when Fox launched, then channel 11 became the CBS affiliate, and channel 4 became the Fox affiliate.
I got you. It's crazy how you remember that. Lord, I don't remember that at all.
I know. I still remember my phone number, and I can remember learning my phone number with letters instead of all numbers. Instead of 398, it was EX8.
Really? I don't ever remember that. But
and yesterday, just hearing the national anthem on the radio reminded me of staying up late.
Yes.
And the television station signing off, playing the national anthem, and then they quit broadcasting for the night. You stayed up till there was no TV to watch.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
I know.
I mean, people just, the younger generation just has no idea. Yeah. TV went off. And it was white noise. That's where you get white noise from.
Yeah.
That's where it came from. So, but yeah, isn't that crazy?
I had top 5 takeaways. Of course, Flair and Steamboat delivered.
Yes.
Paulie dangerously strikes again. The Samoan SWAT team beat the Midnight Express after Bobby Eaton was hit with Paulie dangerously's phone.
Mm-hmm.
Paulie's phone didn't look like this, y'all.
No.
He had one of them bricks with an antenna.
Yes. I thought too, just talking about dangerously strikes again, it was interesting to watch the Midnight Express be the baby faces.
Mm-hmm.
Cheered by the team, which, it's
very different. Remember, because of Paulie dangerously, Jim Cornette bled a gusher in a white suit.
Oh, yes.
The Samoan SWAT team started in Texas, and Buddy Roberts was their manager.
Yes.
Yeah, Fatu was Rikishi. But
a young Rikishi.
But yeah, that was and for you, if anybody doesn't know, Paulie Dangerously is now known as Paul Heyman,
right?
Who is arguably the greatest manager to ever live. I think it's. I don't think it's hyperbole or
Jim Cornette
or even out of bounds to say that he has. You know, I think he has surpassed Jim Cornette and Bobby the Brain Heenan. He's the greatest manager to ever do it.
I think you are correct because of the longevity and the different team. You're right about that. You are right about that.
I mean, he got Roman Reigns over.
Well, just the fact he's still active in part of and making a difference. Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely. So can I ask you a question? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay, just real quick, because like I watched the Clash, the whole thing. But why was Michael Hayes announcing? Was he injured? He was on commentary. Michael Hayes was. And I was just curious.
Was Michael the commentator up until the main event?
Yes.
Michael started doing commentary with Jim Ross in the UWF.
Was
just
he
because
injured,
he was
or just
he had a bad back in WCW.
Okay.
He was having some back issues, but that's not why. I mean, he was, like I said, he did it in UWF because he was a good heel commentator. He had a gift for it. He was a hell of a talker.
Yes. No. I just wondered because again, I was thinking 89. I didn't know exactly, like for him to be doing that, I was just like, I wonder if he's injured and he couldn't wrestle and he was very good.
He was still wrestling
for sure.
In fact, I think that's prior to his reign as United States champion. But because he beats Luger for the US title.
Okay.
With a little help from Terry Gordy, but no, he was it wasn't that bad. I mean, that's the injury wasn't why he was doing it. It was just Bill Watts put him up there. Put him in there with Jim Ross, and I think Jim liked working with him.
Well, I knew you would know, so I'm glad I asked.
And he was exceptional at it.
No, you're right. He was very good. I agree.
Then we had the Teddy Long controversy. The Varsity Club beat the Road Warriors after a controversial fast count. Teddy refused to count when the Road Warriors got a pin. And then he did a fast count. He did a fast count when I believe it was Hawk that got pinned.
Okay.
He did a fast count and he got fired as a referee that night, but then he became a manager.
Okay.
So, that wrapped up Teddy Long's stint as a referee.
I gotcha.
He was a stagehand. He was a stagehand, and then they needed a referee, and they asked him to do it, and they needed a referee shirt for him, so they went down to the Varsity, which is just a few blocks away from where they were filming.
Oh my!
Because the Varsity, the people that work at the Varsity, which is a hell of a hot dog place in Atlanta, it's still there.
And
because every time I go through Atlanta, I stop at the Varsity. But they wear referee shirts. So they went to the Varsity and got a referee shirt.
I love it.
For Teddy to referee in on the SuperStation to make his debut.
That's hilarious.
And, now he's considered one of the greatest general managers in SmackDown history.
And we just think it's just because it's on television, it's got to be so great. Everything's so organized. And this is, like you said. Real quick, one of the things that I really loved about the Clash, this particular
Aaron knows. Aaron knows.
I have to if I ever hit Atlanta, I'm gonna make sure I check it
out. Don't expect a lot. It's just a good hot dog.
Okay.
They got like a hot dog sauce they put on it, like a chili. I don't even think I want to call it chili, but their hamburgers are good, their pies are good. Get you an orange, get you the orange drink.
Fanta or something?
No, it's like a frozen.
Oh, okay. So they kind of make their own little.
It's not an Orange Julius, but
Okay. Interesting. Where is that? Downtown? Is that what you're saying?
just right off the highway.
Okay.
Probably on Peachtree. Everything's on Peachtree around there.
That's true. That's true.
But it's just right. It's over. It's not far from the Olympic Park.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But it's right off the highway. Like you can see it. You can see the highway from there. But you got to get off the highway and you go around and like your GPS will say, turn on Peachtree, now turn on Peachtree. And I'm not even exaggerating. We had to go by. We went to a gas station and bought an Atlas because the GPS was useless there.
Oh man. Okay. Okay. I liked at the Clash. I loved how all the older champions or previous champions were at the event. I wish they would do that more, like especially because of this being a 2 out of 3 falls and stuff. But like they had Luthez and they had Sam Munchnick. Granted, he wasn't a champion, but he was,
right,
part of the NWA territory, a promoter. Terry Funk was there. I don't know. It's just such a prestigious thing, I think, to have all these previous champions at the event kind of ringside while that match was going on.
Terry Funk was incredible on commentary with JR.
I agree. I really liked.
He did not.
Go ahead.
He did not take away from the presentation at all. I think he was a net positive.
I put Jim and Terry A+. I really do. I really do like. I'm with you. I really thought that was very good. Terry. He brought that sense of he knows what he wrestled both of them. So he knew. So when he would say things, he was talking about things that he would do or that what he thought people should do. And it was like, yeah, like this is what I would be doing if I was in the match kind of thing. Or don't let up on them. Ricky, don't need to let up on them. So I thought that was really good. I'm with you.
Well, he called a move that Flair was doing, and I'd seen him do it 100 times. Where he was just kind of forcing Steamboat's shoulders to the mat.
The Oklahoma, whatever
Oklahoma crossbody is what he called it. And I don't ever remember hearing that.
No, there was a few things in this. Yeah, I've never heard it called the Oklahoma. I remember I heard him say that too. And I was like, but what an effective move. I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, it looked like a real struggle. And Tommy Young's right there on top of it. Another thing is that when I watched this a long time ago, I watched it as a fan. Right. Now I watch as a referee, and I noticed like that Tommy Young got into position. So he's watching the shoulders, but he's perfectly shielded to not catch Rick when he does the spin around and puts his feet on the ropes.
Yep.
That I noticed that Ricky Steamboat and Rick they didn't look like they were getting into position, but they were where they needed to be, close to the ropes.
Right. You didn't see anybody shifting.
Right. And this, watching this match, which by the way, I will agree with Dave Meltzer wholeheartedly that it was a 5-star match. Mm-hmm. This was an incredible wrestling match that goes 55 minutes. And it doesn't look like this severely exposes today's wrestling product.
100%.
And I'm not crapping on today's wrestling product. It just is what it is. Mm-hmm. But when you watch a match, you can see them go from segment to segment to segment. This was just like watching a dance. That it all was smooth. Yeah. It was a struggle. It looked like two men trying to win.
Yes, they both wanted to win. And I think exactly what you're saying, Dave. To me, that was one of the biggest things that I really picked up on this, is that nobody was just going through moves. Nobody was trying to get something in. Nobody was trying to do something that they're known for. It was they wanted to win the championship.
And everything meant something. And there wasn't any throwing them down in a headlock to kill 5 minutes.
Right.
This match stayed moving.
one thing I want to ask you a question as a referee, because I noticed this. I have never seen a referee go outside the ring to count a pinfall. And Tommy Young did that in this match. Yes.
He counted a pinfall outside the ring?
He didn't. No, Ric Flair kicked out a 2. But
Tommy was out of the ring and he counted from the outside.
Yes.
Yeah, he didn't have time. He didn't have time to get back in.
No,
you confused me there for a second.
He went out because of the way Ricky Steamboat and Ric Flair were positioned.
Oh, he got out of the ring to have a better vantage point.
Yes, I have never seen a referee do that. Have you? Have you gotten out of the ring like they're next to basically?
I've done it before,
you know?
but not on purpose.
Right.
Like I tried to get, because I always count. I will not count if I can't see the shoulders.
Right.
I'm always trying to get in position. And this one particular time, I had gotten too much outside the ring and my legs went down.
I got you.
But it wasn't intentional. I mean, it's like, I'm going to go stand outside and do it.
Right.
But no, I mean, I did it on accident, but Tommy Young's a brilliant referee.
I can't remember if it was the first or second. I think it was the first fall. But yes, like when he did it, I rewound it because I was like, did I, like trying to make sure, did I see what I thought he did? But it was Rick and Ricky Steamboat were close to the ropes. And the way that they were laying, you're right. He could not see Ric Flair's shoulders. And he went outside the ring and counted. And I was like, I have never seen that before. I thought that was, again, making the ref like part of the match. Again, you know how we talk sometimes.
Tommy Young's the greatest referee to ever do it.
Yeah. And again, it goes back to like nowadays, like sometimes they don't treat the referees like they are part of the process, and are part of the match. And
they don't even count when you're on the apron anymore.
Right.
I mean, people are starting to question if I know what I'm doing. People are questioning if I know what I'm doing, if I keep counting once a wrestler gets up on the apron. Because I count until you get back in the ring. So, but television wrestling now that they let it go on the apron, people see that and now they wonder because they're making it normal not to do it.
To be an authority. But I just thought, like I said, I wrote that down. The other thing, and again, I'm kind of wondering about what's his name? His name is Gary, the announcer.
Gary Michael Capetta.
Now, I think sometimes he announced Kevin Sullivan from Singapore. Okay.
Right.
Is that where he was being announced from? And the reason why I say that is because I can't remember.
Yeah, because he went to Singapore and studied with Abu Dhabi and
okay.
So he was billed from Singapore for a while.
Okay. That's what I wanted to know, because the reason why I was wondering about that is because I think it was Fall Brawl 91. Gary Michael Capetta, he announced Arn as from somewhere in like Apple Valley, Minnesota. And I was like, and I asked Arn about that. He didn't know. I was just wondering, does Gary Michael, does he do that? Like sometimes, like just
was it early? Was it early in Arn's? Was he still with Oldie?
No, this was in 91. He was Paul Roma, I think. He was wrestling. Like he was wrestling in WCW.
That's weird. I mean, I could understand it because he's part of the Minnesota Wrecking Crew.
Right. And I asked, I was like, I went on to Arn and asked, anything. And I asked about that because I was like, what was that all about? And Arn, he had no idea. And I have never heard him announce from that again. So
a lot of announcers will go back and ask the talent, where are they from?
Where do you want to be from? I just thought maybe.
How much you weigh? Where are you from? And
right. But could you imagine, like, if you were an announcer, like a very well known, like you could throw out something kind of weird and nobody's going to question you if you say it right. I don't know.
In defense of Gary Capetta, he he probably knew that Arn was part of the Minnesota Wrecking Crew.
Oh yeah, no.
And he just picked a town in Minnesota.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that. I just thought that was funny. You know, I was like, "Where is he from?" And then when I was like,
because by then they mentioned Rome, Georgia.
Right. Hey,
I'm pretty sure they had. Now I got to go back and.
I got to go well, no, it was Charlotte. It's either Minnesota or Charlotte, but or Rome, Georgia on occasion. Let me go let my dog out real quick. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm the only one here.
You're good. But this match, for it to be 55 minutes, I just thought it was a thing of beauty. And I said the other day that I thought their match from Spring Stampede in 94 was the best one they'd ever done. But I got to go back and I'm starting to think when it comes to Steamboat and Flair, the last match that you watched was the best one you'd ever seen. But they have such a history going all the way back to Mid-Atlantic television that Steamboat was trying to challenge Ric for the United States Championship. And they got into it, and Ric rubbed Ricky Steamboat's face on the floor. And I think you can find this on YouTube. But he beat him up real bad. He rubbed his face on the floor. But then they took him in the back, and Harley Race took sandpaper underneath his eye to rub the skin off to make it look like Flair had really messed him up on the floor. And then Harley busted him open, hit him in the eye, and busted his eye hard way. But by doing that, then Ricky Steamboat comes out with his eye busted, and they sell tickets, and they're off to the races. I mean, this rivalry, Flair and Steamboat, it is the ascent. I mean, what am I trying to say?
The
quintessential feud of good versus evil. Yin to the yang, two different sides of a coin. The bad versus the good, the family man versus the womanizer. These guys, the ultimate babyface versus the ultimate villain.
And I don't know if you noticed, Ric Flair was wearing black and Ricky Steamboat was wearing white in this match. And
he wore the butterfly robe.
The way it ended, again, the babyface giving. Well, I guess we could say how it ends, but
yeah, I mean, there's no spoilers. We know that.
That's true. So it was controversial, but they didn't know it at the time which again, what a great move, you know, like to do. Ric Flair had his foot under the ring, under the ropes. Tommy Young didn't see it. It looked like Ricky Steamboat was going to win, or, you know, he was announced the winner. Ricky Steamboat found out that there was controversy that Ric Flair had his foot underneath the rope, and he is going to, I don't know what Willie's saying. Oh, that's right. Okay. You're right. Thank you, Willie. Now I know what you're saying. But again, what a baby face. What a good guy. He's going to give Ric Flair another shot because you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because technically you're right. Ric Flair would have been like, you know, tough luck, or, you know what I mean? So I think exactly what you were saying, just the simple fact that he was going to have, that he was like acknowledging that Ric Flair had his foot under the rope. And yes, we will, you know, it wasn't like, well, you know, referee
never saw his feet on the rope, so why would he thought he was going to see his foot under him?
Right. But you know what I'm saying? So I really thought that was, again, that just goes to show you the whole the Steamboat. And again, like you said, how they are such yin yang.
Now, I don't know who the idiot is that did the graphics.
Okay. But
when Rick came out, why in 1989 would you spell his name R-I-C-K?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know if they were outsourcing to non-wrestling people and they thought that maybe they just forgot to put the K on there.
It had to be something like that. Like, you're right. Like,
yeah,
local, because, you know, was it local, like a union? You know what I mean? Like how
I don't know who they.
Story,
now it's probably somebody not from around there, because if you're in the South,
I guess that's true too.
Yeah, you're in the South. You know, Ric Flair is RIC.
Right.
But it made it onto TBS, RICK. You think that they would have had somebody might have saw that before it happened.
And it might have been like I said, it might have been a TBS executive, like you said, that got involved and they didn't need to be.
Anyway, that's the only that. But after that, there wasn't no downside going. And Flair pinned Steamboat.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Flair pinned Steamboat after reversing the inside cradle, which I thought was beautiful because it just like he had him in the inside cradle, and then the weight shifted and he had Ricky in the inside cradle, and gets the pin at 19 minutes 33 seconds.
Mm-hmm. And I also like how Ricky Steamboat was mad at himself. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And I think Terry Funk said this too when they became 1-1. Like you're not going to give up, right? Because you're basically going to be giving the title to the other person. Like he was saying, like no one is going to submit after it was 1-1,
right?
Because then you're saying, "Here, take the championship." So again, that's another reason why I thought Terry Funk was so eloquent in this particular match, because he was of the mindset of a champion. And so, to say things like that, you're like, yeah, you're right. Nobody's going to give up now. Like you're going to have to, they're going to have to be unconscious at this point.
Well, I like that when Steamboat was down 1-0, that it was pointed out that Louisiana State Athletic Commission rules that he'd lose the title if he was down by 1 fall. If time limit went out.
Yes.
Then Terry Funk also pointed out that if you get counted out and lost the second fall by count out, you would lose 2-0, and you'd lose the title. Yes.
I loved all that. Like just again, like it really just kind of showed like the monumental or how monumental this match was to be won in the ring. It's just the second fall almost took as long as the first, because the second fall came at like 34 minutes.
Yeah, 34:54, where Steamboat forced Flair to submit with the double chicken wing. Yes. And if Gordon Soley would have been calling the action, he would have pointed out that Flair gave up because he was up by 1 fall, and before any more damage could be done. Harley Race used to do that a lot against Flair. He'd submit to the figure 4 in the second fall if he was up 1. Because
go ahead.
And that would point, the announcer would put over that it was a smart move to not take on any more damage.
I thought Ric Flair would have done that earlier when he was in the figure 4, and they were talking about, like when I really did think exactly what you were saying, that he would go ahead and submit, because then you're not creating more damage. Here's a question for you. Why do we not see the figure 4 anymore? Like, when was the last time you saw someone put the figure 4 on someone? When here, it is such a devastating. I mean, Jim Ross talked about how it's like 5 pressure point. Like he talked about why it is such a painful.
Didn't I just see the figure 4 at SummerSlam?
On who? I'm not saying I'm just saying we don't see it.
Yeah, I want to say that.
Who did it? And was it a finishing move, or was it just who put the figure 4? I don't know. It may be so, but I was just like, again.
I want to say Nick Aldis used it, but I could be wrong.
Okay, well, again, so someone who hasn't wrestled in 3 years, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
a student.
I could be wrong.
But it's not looked at as like a move that you see, not like the spear, not like, like
no,
some
Charlotte's
of the
the
other
only
things.
one. Charlotte's the only one using it.
And she calls it the figure 8, right?
Right. Well, that's when, when she inverts it. But
I just thought that was interesting. I don't know. Anyway, I thought about that when I was watching it. It's like, no one.
But you're right. I mean, you don't see it that often.
Mm-mm. But you're right. I'm with you. I thought that would have happened earlier. He could have given up that loss and not because when he went down with the chicken wing, he went down, like he didn't move for a minute. You know what? Like, again, kind of showing that exhaustion. Just
right.
And so I thought that was a really good.
Well, I love the finish. Ricky goes up for the double chicken wing again. Leg gives out. Flair falls on top of him.
Yeah.
Both men's shoulders are down. Replay clearly shows that Ricky gets his shoulder up.
Yes.
Willie says Cody uses it in just about every match.
Willie, no.
Yeah, I think him and Punk used it, as a matter of fact.
So basically what you're saying is I need to pay attention more.
Yeah, there you go.
Apparently it is being used a lot.
And anyway, he kicked out, but you could see when the count started, Flair clearly got that foot all the way out.
Because the visual was
the visual of it. There was no doubt. And because of the replay, it shows Flair's foot under the bottom of the rope, earning him a rematch at Wrestle War 89.
Yes, I thought that was great. Like, again, the good guy, he was like, yes, I understand. And,
Now let's talk about the irony of this.
Okay.
WCW threw arguably the best wrestling match it could possibly offer onto free television opposite WrestleMania 5.
Right.
But WrestleMania 5 was survived just fine.
Yeah.
But the real victory for WCW wasn't hurting WrestleMania. It's by using the free television exposure to make people want to pay for Flair Steamboat at Wrestle War. And that's the irony of it,
That's definitely. Because you're right. I mean, after seeing that,
instead of discouraging WrestleMania, you encourage them to buy WCW's next pay-per-view.
Nice little. Now, Wrestle War 89, where was that?
Nashville.
Okay.
At the municipal auditorium.
Well, we've been there.
Yeah, I have.
I was there too.
I had a great seat.
I know you did. I know you did.
Rick was there too.
Yep. Was Ricky Steamboat there? Did he show up?
Hey, and he used the figure 4.
Oh, hush. Okay. Thank y'all. Thank you very much.
Oh, man, I closed out the Wikipedia, the rest of this card.
Well, here's the other thing that I liked about this. They were they mentioned several times throughout the match that there are 2 other matches, but if time does not allow it, then they will be showed at another time.
Right.
So again, we're not saying, after this hour draw, we're going to have 2 other matches, and yet we still just have an hour left in time. I liked how they didn't act like they already knew how long this was going to take.
Sting defended the television championship, and Luger defended the United States championship.
Yes, and against, I don't remember who. There weren't anybody in. And I also wanted to say that the Natural Butch Reed is very underrated. His match with JYD was very good. And
they've done that. They feuded. Their feud in Mid-South was
exactly. I think if you just saw him
business.
In WWF, the Natural, you would not know how good of a wrestler he was.
And Gary Hart had the Great Muta there.
I did see that against old man Casey's son.
Yeah, Stephen Casey.
Yeah.
And when he was in World Class, they tried to say that was the son of Scott Casey.
Oh, okay.
Which I don't know if he was, but that's how they would build him.
Oh, well, he got beat. So,
speaking of champions, let's talk about getting your belt over at Big Time Belts, Facebook.com. Big Time Belts joined a group. Rodney Mack and Jazz got their tag belts made there.
Lies.
And I wish I had their new belt, the Dog Pound belt, because it's so impressive. I think I showed it to you.
Yeah.
I'll put it on the slide for next week. But the Pod Pro Wrestling Champion got his belt, and that's a beautiful belt.
It is. I do like it. It's
Big Time Belts. The Person County People's Champion.
Yep.
He's all over Persons County, little brothers out there supporting the community. And he's really proud that he's got his Persons County's People Champions belt. That was a gift to him from Bojangles champion Jay-Z.
I love it.
Because he couldn't stand that he was running around with that WWF belt.
Yeah.
He wanted him to have his own belt.
As he should.
Big Time Belts made that come true. And the constant tag team champions. I love this too. Man, that black backing on it hits.
Yeah.
And I talked to a promotion today that wants Big Time Belt to do their belts.
Uh-huh.
And when I tell you that this is going to be an incredibly original belt.
I can't wait.
I'm gonna be working on side plate designs just to have some different options, but this belt's gonna hit real hard.
Awesome. Can't wait to see it.
We can't thank Big Time Belts enough for sponsoring our show.
Yes, we do appreciate it very, very much.
All right.
Oh, that was good.
Before we get out of here,
thank you, Willie, for this suggestion.
I'm gonna be on the road this weekend, Oak Grove, Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Ginger Griffin worked real hard to bring this show to Oak Grove.
Awesome.
It's called Worthy Cause.
Oh,
Worthy Cause. On this show, we're going to have Wes Warren against Christian Blake.
Okay.
These guys have wrestled all over Louisiana many times. Never disappoints when these two men are in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
For the first time, we're going to have the perfect tag team in to challenge Muddy Waters for the BIW Southern Tag Team Championship.
Oh, I love Muddy Waters.
For the BIW Women's title, Brooklyn Barrett is coming in for her first time with us again to challenge Cassandra Golden. Brooklyn Barrett trained at the Nightmare Factory.
Awesome.
Went to Japan and did very well in Japan. Incredible talent. She's kind of bratty.
Oh.
But I'm looking forward to seeing her work, and we know what Cassandra can do. This is going to be a good match. There's Ricka Wildly. Hi, Ricka. How you doing, sir?
Hey. Yep, I agree. It's going to be a great show.
Ray Fury versus Hunter Law.
Interesting.
Could main event anywhere. Hunter Law's coming off that 20-minute time limit draw with Steve Anthony.
Ray Fury's mask. They're just phenomenal. I just love those.
He wore a Spider-Man mask. He wore a Spider-Man mask over at the LAW show because Spider-Man Brand New Day just came out the same day. So he wore his Spider-Man inspired mask.
Fabulous.
But this is going to be a banger. And then for the Southern Heavyweight Championship, Steve Anthony is going to be the challenger against Alex Arsenal. The last time that they met, Steve Anthony got the win. But Alex Arsenal has had an attitude change. And he's the champion.
Yeah.
And he's on a hell of a run.
Just go out of your way to check out Alex Arsenal. Just saying.
Yeah. Alex Arsenal doing the best work of his career. He's going to be in for a tall task in there with Steve Anthony, who many consider to be probably one of the best to do it.
Yeah, definitely. I was actually talking about Alex Arsenal's, maybe his print work and some of his photos that he has out there.
I bet you have.
Those are definitely worth looking at. Just saying. Rick
is preparing for the next few weekends. He's going to have exist to Inspire Wrestling in Jenna, Louisiana, August 22nd.
Awesome. Good luck.
So if y'all are anywhere near Jenna, go check out Exist to Inspire Wrestling.
Isn't that crazy? August 22nd is not this weekend, but next weekend.
I worked with Ricka on that show that we did for that kid.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. Of course, I can't remember either. God.
The Gabby Strong Foundation.
Yes.
He wrestled and got the win over Jesse Dragonheart.
Oh, way to go.
Yeah, it's a really good match. And his entrance is like next level. Like he puts a lot into his presentation. I'm a fan.
Awesome.
All right, so next week we're going to be back here same time on Wednesday. We're going to be doing Wednesdays this month. It's softball season. It's football season. My grandkids are playing, and I'm not missing it if I don't have to.
Nope, no reason. Wednesdays work good.
So we'll be back here next Wednesday. Steve Starr is going to be with us.
Definitely.
I'll get with you, and we'll make that happen, sir. We're going to have Steve Starr in. Looking forward to talking to Steve. I'm excited. Steve looks great. I've known Steve probably 10 years now. And Steve's in the best shape of his life. He looks damn good. Mikey's gonna have his work cut out for him. And if you're not doing anything in 10 minutes, join me here on the channel for Triple P, the Comic Pod. Panels, pile drivers, and plates. We're going to welcome comic artist DJ Hall to the show, who did one of the covers for the upcoming Castle Aiden.
Love it.
And we're going to talk to him, and that's going to happen here at 7:30, 6:30, 8:30, depending on what time zone you're in. 10 minutes from now, if you want to get back and join us. And we want to thank y'all for being with us tonight. Thank you, everybody in the chat, for joining us. And we will see you next week on Talking Rasslin with Pondwater and Amy.